Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 between LGD, or rather LFY, versus Invictus Gaming. You are watching the Star Ladder I-League Invitational Season 3, the Chinese Qualifier, upper bracket. We're in Game 2 guys, and IG is up 1-0. I am Luminous, I'm joined by Tsunami, and we got some interesting picks. Nature's Prophet, a mainstay of the current metagame, one of Inflame's best hero, and IG will draft it away from him. But here's the thing, we got a Tusk first phase pick. I know Afu is a great player and I'll probably make it work, but this is not LFY's, not really their hero.
Not that I know of, at least.
Yeah.
It's possible that they've been running some pocket Tusk strats, but that's the thing, that a Tusk usually needs a strat around him, otherwise the hero is just kind of subpar. There's a reason why he's not up there in the pantheon of roamers with like Sand King, Saradar, Monkey King, or the unbanned Bobica Earth Spirits.
I mean, Afu Earth Spirit's up there too, but we're gonna see it once again. There was, I think they thought a long time. Well, we didn't show during the, because we had that overlay up. But LFY spent a good majority of their first phase pick time thinking about what to pick, and I was like, oh, they must be thinking about whether they take Earth Spirit for themselves or pick up like a Night Stalker if they're more comfortable with that. Night Stalker is Afu's best hero, but instead they leave the Earth Spirit, they don't pick up the Night Stalker, and they go Tusk. So I just feel really confused.
10 seconds remaining.
They had spent a lot of times on the bans as well. Like, they were definitely dipping into reserve time for that first Lich ban, which for sure, I was thinking the same thing, except I was thinking bans. I was like, do they ban out the Earth Spirit, or do they pick it for themselves? But they didn't have first pick, maybe that slightly influenced things, but IG throw a curveball and they went for Nature's Prophet, and then they're like, oh, okay, Nature's Prophet, yeah, okay, Tusk, yeah, that's the play, Tusk. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. These days, whenever I see Tusk, it's like mediocre in the laning phase, it's mediocre in the mid game, and it's mediocre in the late game. At no point I'm like, wow, this Tusk has really just changed the face of the entire map.
You know,
5 seconds remaining.
LFY could pick up Bloodseeker. Get
What's
an axe.
the synergy here?
Get an axe on the Tusk.
Gaming's turn to ban.
Let's go. Get some
Okay.
Get some real soccer up in here.
That's the play. But they don't have the Earth Spirit. That's the real soccer, is that you have Tusk on your team and you have Earth Spirit on your team, and you just pinball one hero back and forth. And then you have a Tiny on your team. Oh my god.
I thought the Pudge was kind of the originator, but I guess
Oh my god. Okay, so that's the comp. Bloodseeker, Tusk, Earth Spirit, Pudge, Tiny.
Alright, we figured it out.
Yeah, well, what's not going to get picked is Sven and Monkey King. Those heroes have been banned out by IG. I don't really think those are heroes that particularly synergize with Tusk, but I don't think IG is concerned about anything synergizing with Tusk.
I mean, you make it sound like Tusk really needs a lot of help, which I agree with that statement to some degree, but...
So, I don't think Tusk needs help, I think he needs someone to help.
Sure. Would Ember be a hero to help?
Ember's not bad. Ember is a hero that can take advantage of being banished in a snowball for a little bit. Ember's a hero who, if he doesn't have to spend a remnant getting in, would also appreciate a snowball initiation. But still, he's a pretty safe hero between all those spells and his flame guard, so he usually doesn't need that kind of assistance.
We're going to see a 5-position Rubik here from Q. Gonna be really hard to play him as a 5 because definitely does need quite a bit of gold, but we're gonna see a Monet Gyro. This is a little bit weird. I don't think he wants to get rolled in either, but one thing that is for sure is LFY does have both Tusk and Ember, and I think they're both great at stopping Nature's Prophet in terms of ratting, right? As a Tusk player, you could send your Frozen Sigil into the tree lines, and you have so many ways to isolate him, roll on him, punch him. Like, that TP is not gonna get him out. And same thing with the Ember, finding him in the tree lines and then bursting him down. So they're well drafted for this MP, but not really. I don't really see the synergy here with the LFY picks.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. They had Beastmaster last game, right? So what is Tusk do? Well, I guess they're different roles, as Tusk will be a roamer and Beastmaster was the offlaner, but maybe I'm focusing too much on it. I want to talk about this Gyrocopter, because that's equally exotic when it comes to picks that we don't see very frequently. You said Monet gyrocopter with like a certain confidence. Like obviously it's going to be the carry position, but is that a hero that he's been known to play or anything like that?
Not recently, but I think about a year and a half or maybe 2 years ago, he played a hero a ton. So he definitely knows how to play the hero, at least a couple of patches ago. And I think against a hero like Earth Spirit, it's actually quite good as well because, you know, he rolls in as an early game initiation and he's going to take a ton of damage.
That's true.
And of course,
10
IG
seconds remaining.
would not...
Dude, this guy has not played anything
I mean,
other than Murano.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where Q is like, hey, you're only good enough...
Murano?
You're only good enough for Murano. You're not B-God here, alright? So, we're gonna just give you Murano until people start banning it.
Turn to ban.
And people are not gonna ban Murano, so... I hope he's got another mount that he can rotate, because we've seen quite a bit of mounts.
That's true. I didn't even think about it. He needs to get that fishy-looking one. The one that was in this year's cache.
Oh, I like that one quite a bit. The one that looks
10
like it has like
seconds remaining.
ribbons and glitter, all wavy and
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah.
5
It looks
seconds
very
remaining.
artsy. I like that one.
Well, he definitely knows the hero. He's played it a hell of a lot more than Monet's played Gyrocopter, that's for sure. And in the carry matchup, I guess last game he went for a Manta style on Mirana. That's probably not the best idea against a Gyrocopter, but Mirana has very flexible item builds. She can go anything. She can. I imagine she's going to get a pretty early Diffusal Blade for the Ember Spirit this game.
Sure.
After that, you can just go for your other typical Agi items other than Manta style. I guess maybe you could go for the Aghanim Scepter if you wanted to, but probably not.
I like something like Diffusal Blade, like you said, JS, and then Maelstrom into a BKB. I think BKB blocks quite a bit of Ember and Gyro's magic damage. But
Gaming's turn
Yeah,
to
that's for
pick.
sure.
on that note, it's going to be hard to itemize against LFY. I feel like LFY has quite a good mixture of stuns, damage, magical, and physical. Witch Doctor representing quite a bit of physical damage as well from his Doubt Fort, so we'll see what the final pickup here for IG is.
Assuming he's going to be able to get that Death Ward off for any more than a second, because Bobica, I have absolute faith that he's never going to let this Witch Doctor do anything productive. And even if he does, Rubik can promptly steal the Death Ward if he doesn't trigger his Voodoo Restoration.
How
in
is this
time.
guy still in the pool?
I don't know. We kept talking about how he keeps getting picked in the first phase all the time, and all of a sudden 5th pick.
Yep. There's not exactly the best Yule Spire though on IG. That's something that you always want to look to
10
actually
seconds remaining.
get rid of the Ember Flame Guard.
No, so I was saying, Murano will go for Diffusal. It's all good.
Okay, that's fair, I suppose. LFY needing a needing a hero for Inflame, and for the lack of a better word, I think Inflame played very poorly last game, compared to at least the way that he played at TI. He played.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was communicating with his team. Like he was okay by himself, but when you put him with his team, all of a sudden it looked very disconnected.
Yeah. 9 seconds left for Inflame's hero.
I don't think Beastmaster's the pick. So
Ooh.
Choose your hero.
ET.
All right, and it's gonna be an ET offlane. I'm on the case with this one.
Okay. You want to explain the case?
I mean, I think ET is to me a very underrated hero overall. Lots of disable and a hero that needs a ton of setup, right? But can you see the setup that's all available? Tusk is a great setup hero. Ember Spear is a great setup hero. And once you have those setup, it's really hard for Invictus Gaming to rescue, unless they have some sort of Force Staff, which I think is priority number 1 as items coming out from IG.
I feel like LFY just got like super tunnel vision on countering out Nature's Prophet. That's how I feel this draft is, because Tusk, I feel like it's mainly his responsibility was like, yeah, okay, you can go fight Nature's Prophet. And then Ember Spirit's a good hero, but Ember Spirit's also a hero who's like, ah, well, you know, split pushing and you have a bunch of units, I'm gonna go, you know, sleight of fist them all down. Gyrocopter, you know, you got all these treants, I'm gonna flat cannon them all down. And now you got Elder Titan on top of that, and he's like, okay, great, don't kill the treants. Instead, I'm gonna step on them with my Spirit and get a bunch of bonus move speed and damage off of it.
It sounds like you're predicting a 2-0 victory here for IG, based on the draft.
Okay, you know what? Yes. I'm gonna go with IG winning this one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a little bit more faith here for my boy, ET. Not played by my boy Inflame. Hopefully he steps up his game. And also I'm interested to see what this Tusk is able to do. First thing to point out, he's went for the boost of speed instead of the Orb of Venom. Which is, I think when Kuro plays this hero, back when they played a lot, maybe a month or two before TI, Kuro would love to go something like Windlace into an Orb relatively early into the game and walk up and down that river and just provide a ton of harass. Without the Orb though, gonna be harder to actually set up kills.
Yeah, and I don't know why you would need to go boots. Usually you go boots on a hero that doesn't have a spell like Snowball, or a spell like Shards, which are spells that can reposition you or the enemy. But I guess maybe he wants to just harass the offlane, but even then I feel like Orb of Venom better. I don't know. Afu's got me all sorts of puzzled after game 1, because you said that Nightstalker was his best hero, and that did not look like someone who has a lot of Nights. Well, I mean, it was a tough game, but still, that Nightstalker was not having a very big impact in game 1.
Well, we're gonna see IG coming in to contest DDC in an awkward position. He's gotta be very careful. Cass is gonna get someone blocked by these trees, and are they gonna concede this rune? Looks like they are. Rune is gonna get selected by XSS. Okay. Keeping himself alive a little bit longer. AoE stun, can they get the first blood? They do. Afu gets it. Worth 100%. They did lose the rune though, but still.
Yeah, they lost the rune, but Elder Titan picked up the rune on the other side of the map, so still 2 runes for 2 runes, and like you said, First Blood does go the way of LFY first, and I can't say that I've seen very many tri-lanes with the Nature's Prophet. We're about to see it.
Yeah, row in here, and he does have the Orb of Venom now, because he calculated he got the First Blood. And as a result, applying the slow, the dots, they get the kill. Quick second pickoff. The nice thing about the boots, is that if he feels like he needs to help 2 lanes at once, the boots really help out in terms of rotating through that jungle. But looks like he's...
Yeah, it cuts down on your transit time substantially, but yeah. I'm like the way that Monet was able to get both of those kills, and he didn't even take Rocket Barrage at 1. Usually, whenever you get into First Blood engagements like that, you're like, screw everything. I'm just taking Rocket Barrage. Hell, you take Rocket Barrage like 90% of the time, even if there isn't any early aggression. But
right.
He went Flat Cannon. I guess he was maybe concerned about these treants. He thought that he would be against a solo Nature's Prophet, but it's not a solo Nature's Prophet. It's a aggressive tri-lane Nature's Prophet.
They're gonna lift up the Witch Doctor. The row's gonna be there. Oh, the save! The save! And he positions him a little bit further away from the engagement as well. XSS going for this kill, not gonna find it. Meanwhile, they're getting Bopoka. Oh, Afu says, dude, game 1 was a fluke. Now I'm in with the Tusk. Flashy play, man. I think you're right. When he saw, remember when they were fighting at the rune spot, there was 4 treants there, right? So I think Rocket Barrage would have done very little.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, Boboka looking for a D ward. I think he has seen this ward.
Dude, they want this tri-lane badly. I think at this point you're like, well, you know, Gyrocopter's gonna be pretty well protected, and they have Witch Doctor with Voodoo Restoration. And Tusk can still come in with Snowball even when he's not in the lane. Like, you're not getting these kills with burst damage. You're getting these kills by dragging someone back and then whittling them down with a bunch of treants.
Oh, the 3-man row in, and this time they have the Rocket Barrage. Shard's in a great position. Can they actually kill him? Oh, the kick back out! Boboka saving his ally. The question is, can he actually make it out himself? I think so. A couple more right
returning the favor?
Yeah. XSS needed to block with him, or for him a little bit with the treants.
He was using them to absorb Rocket Barrage damage, but...
That was a sick play, though, dude.
It was. Dude, don't tell me Boboka's gonna come back bot again.
Oh, he's gonna walk mid. Here's the thing, though. If they don't have the Earth Spirit bot, then I think that also frees up Tusk to do what he wants to do. Oh, I like this ward. Especially if there's gonna be any sustained tri-lane versus tri-lane action.
Dude, but this is what Tusk wants to do. Tusk wants to bully another tri-lane. This is the perfect situation. I was saying, like, how does Tusk really find his place in the game? He finds it by being super aggressive on a lane that cannot keep up with him.
I think he could actually kill the Necro on the mid lane as well. A good Shards with Fire Guard or Flame Guard. That could do a lot of work.
Shroud by now. I don't think you can deal with
I mean, Ghost Shroud won't help against Flame Guard. That shit gets amplified.
No, I guess. And again, OP does not have a stick. What's up with all these Necros getting sticks like way late in the game? I don't get it. I mean, not late in the game, but like late in the laning phase.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. We're gonna see a row in. Flame Guard is down, but he's got the chains. I mean, I guess Ember is not a hero that spams a ton of spells, so you won't get too many stick charges, so maybe there's that.
Yeah, I suppose, but even every little bit counts whenever you go into Ghost Shroud. It's just amplified so much.
How are we looking at top lane here? This 1v1 should be favorable to Mirana, but Elder Titan slightly leading in terms of CS. We got the good old Phase Boots Orb of Venom build up here, as you see, from most 1v1
Every
lanes.
single ranged hero, obviously.
Radiant are scanning.
Bobica has retired from the bot lane, was looking around for the ET, but did not find him, and as a result, IG's Nature's Prophet is also under-leveled because he's been sitting in a tri-lane, so he's gone into the jungle, and it's a pretty much free lane for a Monet Gyrocopter.
Yep, which is, things are looking pretty good here for LFY. I gotta say, it doesn't seem like Inflame has practiced the offlane ET a lot, because what you tend to do is you actually purposely stack, let's say this camp for yourself, and you will walk your illusion over like a 2 or even 3 stack camp and get a ton of damage. He's got a Quelling Blade, so he can walk out of this. Just the right clicks, would it be enough?
Nope.
Alright.
He's got a poor man's shield.
I mean, he's also tanky and fast. That helps.
Yeah. Between no Sprout and seeing that he had a poor man's shield and range drop, I'm actually surprised that XSS went for this, but maybe they're just gonna try to turn into a push.
Oh, Q.
Rubik?
Hit him.
Yeah, he's dead. Look at that damage.
Oh!
He has like 160 damage.
I like that. He's like, you want to stun me? No, I'm not even going to give you that stun. Snowball dodge.
And I'll bring my stunned buddy with you.
The Fable, though, took 2 infused range drop charges off. You know?
Oh, that's value.
Yeah, that's
clearly.
If you're going to die. Might as well.
Well, Witch Doctor is still protecting this Gyrocopter, but I think now you should just start stacking like crazy for him.
Yeah.
Which he's gonna actually miss this stack.
Interesting that he pulled up instead of to the right. Normally that's
Yeah.
how you do get that stack.
But I don't even think you should worry with that camp. I think you should just stick around, start stacking up Ancients as if you have a TA or something.
Is under attack.
ET is routinely
Or
running
Luna.
his illusion to the camps. Getting a ton of that damage, and he's probably going to go for Phase Boots. Yeah, once you have Phase Boots, and you got the Astral Spirit flying out, you can just take over the lane against Mirana.
She's probably gonna get back up at some point, though. They had that attempted rotation by Bobica and the Nature's Prophet, and it did not pan out, but I don't think ET can rely on being able to get out of situations mid lane.
Yo, great chains here as Bobica rolled in. Super just used that chain, and he even gives the last hit to Super. Very nicely done, punishing Bobica for his roaming. And now he's moving forward. He's got chain up here.
It's level 6.
Chain, okay. Does he have a little bit backup? The roll's gonna come in. Charge should be available. Casket's gonna fly out, but they see the TP, and they'll give up the kill. Respecting that Ghost Shroud wand.
Well, no Rubik rotation in time, though. This Rubik does not have boots yet. He's very poor. But I doubt they could have turned it around. Super was holding onto his Remnant for defensive purposes as opposed to offensive purposes, so just an attempted move. Nothing pans out. But Gyro's still farming, so it's
Yeah.
all good for LFY.
I feel like overall, LFY is using the map a little bit better. And despite having an Earth Spirit, I don't think he's been able to mirror his Game 1 performance. So LFY looking pretty clean here.
The aggressive tri-lane was just a bad idea, and they had chances to recover from that bad idea. Like, it's cool, you can find out what the lane is capable of, but Bobica, like, after Tusk hits level 2, you don't win that lane anymore, because it's going to be a guaranteed snowball into Rocket Barrage, and shards to block you off. There's nothing you can do.
Yep.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Ooh. Radiant Courier.
XSS sniping the courier is gonna TP out. Super can jump forward.
He's on the run.
Oh, he got a TP, right? Super, get here! Oh, they don't even need to. Just the burst damage. Rocket Barrage. You remind me of my old boss? Run in hell?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Why would Nature's Prophet be like a military guy?
I mean...
I
No,
mean,
Gyro's a military guy, right?
right, and so his boss would be a military guy too, would he not?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or just a government suit guy, you know? Who knows?
Well, Monet... Actually, I can't take your pun, but let's just say that he has substantial amounts of income.
Yep. The one good spot here for
Top
IG.
lane. Ooh, chained up Ember. Rubik is almost certainly dead.
Yep. There you go. Afu just want to come in for the KS. Should really give the kills to Super, but you know. Ooh, big stack here. Back in the mid lane. Oh, good combo here. And I'm not sure if he's going to get safe here. Maledict doing a ton of work here. OP's going to go down. Monet's moving forward. Aggressive play, but I don't think they can follow up. They lift the Witch Doctor back to the tower. No Sprout. This is such a pretty spell. The Echo Stomp.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite immortals.
Oh.
Oh man, another chain. This poor Rubik, man.
Yep.
He was on his side of the map next to his shrine. He just wants to hit level 6. Is that so much to ask?
I mean, LFY is running over IG now.
I don't know what IG is doing. I like, this is a night and day difference from game 1.
Well, the only thing that's the same is the Mirana, right? So far, Gaze of
Yeah,
Death's
I
got
guess
a 100% win rate on the Mirana. His win rate is maybe coming into question.
We'll see. He has been trying to keep the pace of Gyrocopter, but a Gyro obviously farms much faster than a Mirana, stacks or otherwise. And now they're looking to maybe kill Mirana again in this top lane.
Gonna be
But
pretty hard.
Afu only has mana for a snowball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, smoke attempt as Mirana ports to bottom. I do believe this ward, yeah, I think spotted the smoke here. And as a result, Monet's like, yep, I'm out. See you guys.
And wow, he goes all the way to base. He doesn't even go to a different camp. He's like, I'm not dying under any conditions.
Oh, he was very low mana. I think if he had more mana, he would have ported mid or top.
That's what you bring out clarities for. That's the thing these days. Plenty of people, plenty of carry players are like, I'm never going back to base. I'm gonna spend all my money on consumables 24/7. I'm gonna keep a salve in my backpack 40 minutes into the game.
That seems a little too much.
You know, I've seen it. I've been seeing it a lot, and it works.
Oh, tier 1 tower. Let's see if they could get that deny. Alright. Nope.
Oh!
3 heroes
Siege damage
trying to
is
loss
down.
that truck. Oh, Q. Q's bad, dude.
My god, Rubik.
Alright. DDC.
You know what's funny is Earth Spirit took the tome also, so he can't even get the tome for level 6.
Alright, they're gonna get inflamed, right? 4-man rotation. Alright, he's got a Quelling Blade.
That's fast.
Eats out of it. Jukes in the trees. Clap? Okay, that's gonna get off the stun, but the right clicks are in the air already.
You had no place here.
Good try.
Well, they have 2 kills now. That's good.
I mean, the game says it's only less than 1,000 net worth lead, but I feel like LFY is getting all of their timing. They're hitting buildings. They're invading the jungle, putting some deep wards. OP. Oh god.
Finding a Necro.
Or who finds who? Monet? Ooh, the sun not gonna connect Bobica. What happened?
He has death.
Oh, what a shard!
Wow.
Damn, dude, that was shot from downtown.
Let's arrow. Ooh.
If that arrow hit, that was a Reaper Scythe go. But here comes a big clap. Yo, that's some big AoE. Melted. And now, Gaze of Death on the left side, he leaps out. Okay, they hit him, and where's the punch? They were looking for the Mirana, but Mirana's out.
Is under attack.
Yeah, no luck. They had the Necro though, which is pretty sweet. And now, Nature's Prophet gets out on the top lane because no Searing Chains. Well, at least NP is like, he's doing his job. He's he was aggressively pushing top, forced Ember to come top to react with him, and surprisingly Ember is not going for BOTs. So I mentioned that they have like 5 Nature's Prophet counters. Ember is not building himself to be one. He's now IG wants to defend this.
Throw in, that's gonna be kick on 2. Ultimate gonna be dropped as well. Huge Reaper Scythe kill. They got 2 immediately. No, that was a snowball. I think he wanted to snowball his ally to dodge that Reaper, but a little bit too far away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they lose 3.
Nice recovery by IG.
Yep.
They were positioned surprisingly staggered because You would have thought that LFY would have placed an aggressive ward at some point.
Right.
Because the way that the gyrocopter and the Tusk were positioning, they were like near the Dire Shrine, and they were like, okay, we can easily take a fight here. But they did not have any vision, and it's nighttime as well.
They were
got a very clean initiation.
Yeah, they were playing as if they did have a ward, but didn't. Did you see where Boba came in? He stood in like this little nuke here.
Yeah, exactly.
And just got off, you know, 2-man stun, magnetized on top. I think they were counting on having ET dropping, you know, more stuns and stuff, but that's not what ended up happening. No, seeing Monet farm, I'm surprised that we don't see more of Gyro. Considering that Mask of Man is such a, like, relatively standard item, and Gyro, I think, uses it extremely well.
So here's a question. Why pick Gyro this game over a Luna?
I think it combines really well with both your Tusk as well as Ember in terms of like precise pinpoint AoE damage. And you know they have a Prophet already, right? So the Eclipse, when it comes to damage output, is not going to be as reliable compared to a call down.
True. ADC. Don't want him though.
Decisive him.
They're gonna have to get Tusk.
They will get Tusk, and they will get Witch Doctor.
Yeah, but they didn't want any of this. In fact, even both these heroes dying and Ember getting out, that's worth it.
Dude, when the ET uses the Echo
Dude,
Stomp,
yeah, I panned down and it was like
it's just like a nuke going off. My God, Bobica just
on the mid lane.
coming. Oh, the arrow! The buddy arrow being taken from his team, but the Reaper Sight's gonna come in. That is a kill. Oh, he jumps back in! What is happening? Sipper is gonna get a Ultra from this? There's no way, right? Whoa, the pickup on the snowball! The deliveries there, Super. He's out of remnants, he's out of mana, but he's gonna be fine. On the back line! Okay, there's a kick's gonna be there, but he rolls out, and now the punch is gonna be there. XSS, he's gonna survive the onslaught. That is the ET right click.
Damage.
Yeah, he's clicking hard. He's gonna get the kill here. The clap's gonna hit on the left side. Super's got the chain. He's gonna hit on the chain. They got the Ice Shard, I believe, as well. The Maledict. Where's the chain? Or where's the shard? The shard's gonna come in a little bit late. It blocks Bobica out. They get the one more, and they will get the last one. LFY running a freight train over IG.
Super has balls of steel. As soon as he put the remnant out, I was like, okay, well,
he's going out.
The one he just put out. But no, he came back into the fight. He had Flame Guard. I guess he recognized that all the magic damage was down, and with the armor from his Veil of Discord, he didn't need to be concerned about the right clicks either. And then he was almost near death, but then Afu came in.
That was the
picked up
trust,
the
man.
Rubik kill with the snowball. It was trust, 100% trust. Yeah. Because then the medallion on Afu made sure that the treants on the Nature's Prophet couldn't do enough damage to finish off the Ember. I did not think it was going to go that bad for IG.
Yeah, pretty sure Super had the Remnant place already. He's like, oh, I'm going out. And then something like Tusk is like, oh, I'm coming in, guys. And then it's like, okay, let's go. And ran him down. That was a sick team fight. The amount of plays that both Tusk and Earth Spirit is making this game is just absolutely absurd. This game is really showcasing why these are some of the top players in China right now.
Yeah, and showcasing why competent 4 positions, despite not having very much farm, can still have a massive impact on the game.
Right. On one side, you got the like crazy initiation that is a multiple man kick into magnetize and silences. On the other, you got some like really snazzy snowball saves that Afu's pulling off repeatedly.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Looks like Mirana is going to be going for that first item, Diffusal Blade. Not going to let that Ember Spirit repeat that performance that he had in that mid-tier 1 push, because it was Flame Guard that was basically 99% of that, and Nature's Prophet is also interested in not making that happen as he goes for first item Orchids.
Yep. I say the Diffusal Blade is also pretty good against a BKB-less Gyrocopter. When she popped the Purge on him, he's going to be stuck there for a bit. I'm surprised that he's finishing the SMY instead of going for something like Mantis style. There's a lot of things you can get rid of. The Magnetize, the Silence, Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, and I feel it's just like it's a better damage item for a Gyrocopter, because he's the one position. He needs to be the late game carry if it manages to come to late game.
Yeah.
And SNY and Mask of Madness are those items that you look in your inventory and you're like, do I really need this at like in a late game situation when you're trying to figure out how to fit in your Butterfly or your Manta Style, which is bound to come, or your BKB. Oh man, Nature's Prophet is
going for the courier snipe.
A courier?
Yep, he saw it coming.
Dude, but Ember's right here. What is Ember?
Slight was down.
So
what happened.
his remnant was up.
Yeah, well, he had a brain lag. He's like, oh, I'm gonna slay him. Oh wait, I don't have slay.
That may have been it, actually. I think you're right.
Leap forward,
now...
diffusal plate, magnetized kick. There you go. Got him.
Holy crap, this dude is dead for 45 seconds? How high level is this Elder Titan?
Oh, we'll check. Level...
He's not that high.
13.
13.
There's 20 minutes in the game. Yeah, I'm surprised by the fact that he is. No Reaper Scythe was used, right? Yeah, he wasn't even in the fight.
Nah. Because he's too busy farming up a Radiance on this Necro.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. Even though Gyro is one of those heroes that are more willing to build MKB than others, but he's still, like, you don't want to have to get it very early on in the fight, and every one of your flat cannon hits are valuable. Even though the mischance on Radiance isn't that high, you lose a big portion of your damage when 6 of your potential attacks all miss.
I mean, I think there's a surprising amount of AoE damage on the side of IG. You don't really think about spells like Wrath of Nature, or like, well, Magnetize is a big part of it, but things like Starstorm, they really all add up. And there's not a lot of BKB buyers. In fact, there's only one BKB buyer on the side of LFY, so I feel like all of that magic damage is gonna stick in a long team fight.
Although they don't have the most heals to draw out a long team fight. Like, Necro, no one has a Mechanism, because Mechanism is just an item that people don't build these days, but only the Earth Spirit is building spell resistance in the form of a Glimmer Cape.
What do you mean? They have Necro, and then Q could just steal Voodoo Restoration. Got him.
Got him. Even Necro, though. Like, if you build Radiance, you don't want to have to stand next to your team, you want to stand next to the enemy team. You want to be knee-deep inside of Gyro's face.
Knee-deep, dude.
Knee-deep.
Alright. We're in that phase of the game where it's find the Prophet and pick him off. So far, they really haven't found him, and he's the one that's picking off your couriers.
I can't believe he got away with that. I wonder at one point is any team... What time do you think the first Roche is going to be?
I think neither team could just like forcibly take a Roche on. They have to just win a big fight. So
yeah,
it's hard to really pinpoint a time because the fight could come pretty much any time. Maybe like when...
That's why I asked.
Well, I think the timing is really the Gyro BKB then for a major item, let's say for LFY, because I think once they have it, they would feel confident enough to go for a team fight. Whereas I think for Dire, it's probably with the Necro BKB and the next item from Mirana. I feel like IG's less teamfight ready than Radiant is.
Well, they don't think that. They're Moonlight Shadow and Smoking. They were hoping to find someone either farming their Radiant Ancients or this secondary jungle, but no dice. They're gonna have to retreat.
Yeah, this is more of a pick-off squad, right? If you're looking at a teamfight, you definitely bring OP to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Rod of Atos on the or being worked on for ET. I find that relatively interesting. Obviously, it's a one-man show when it comes to comboing. Very good against the Mirana and I guess the Earth Spirit as well.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same idea as a Pudge Rod. You're like, I don't want to have to deal with the randomness of setting up my spell. If I can just guaranteed lock down one target for sure, force them to blow up BKB to get out of my combination, then it's worth it.
But my skill cap.
That is the skill cap, because then you're like, dude, do I put out my Remnant first? Do I try to bait out Mirana's BKB so that she can leap out? You know, and every active adds some more flavor to stuff. That's why people don't build actives on Wraith King. You don't want to have to deal with extra button presses.
I see. Wraith King, probably the most skillful hero.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right up there with Viper.
Oh, man. seems like we have the game really slowing down. And I do believe LFY's got the better late game scaling core as well. I don't have a lot of experience seeing like a late game scaling Elder Titan, but I feel like he would be very strong there. But LFY will just go in for Roche. Uncontested. I think IG has dropped the ball here. Like, what's going on?
We got an arrow.
Alright.
Oh. Well, it's too late.
Thank you very much.
That was free. They didn't even really have the best vision. They had 2 sentry wards, and that's it. They had no idea where the hell they were. They were just like, as long as we can see Moon and Shadow, that's it.
The Radiant has some deep wards, so maybe they saw people farming or something like that. Speaking of which, Monet looking for this pick. Blink Dagger and Orchid. Take me back to the Bulldog days.
That's a Shadow Blade to round it out.
That's a TI winner build if I've ever seen one.
Is it a game-winning build, though? That's the main question.
I sure ain't helping them defending their buildings, that's for sure.
Yeah, normally, whenever I see a Nature's Prophet, I'm not willing to be like, yeah, okay, the enemy team will roll.
Mid lane, silence kick on top, and Super gets snowballed by his ally! Now he jumps around, chains a little bit, and now it's gonna be Mirana in a lot of trouble. Are they still chasing for more? Lopuka looking to pour it out. He's out. By the way, that play was made possible thanks to the Blink Dagger that Afu was able to pick up. So now he's not only pretty much unkillable because she could just snowball and blink out, but now he could precisely save allies from Reaper Scythe. I know it might sound crazy, but it will surprise me if OP actually kill people with Reaper Scythe now, if Afu is on top of this game.
Yeah, I can... It'll again come down to the idea that you said of sustained fights. If OP is allowed to linger around, veil people Radiance Burn, then eventually LFY are gonna have to do something, and Tusk is gonna be part of that something. But if it's just quick and dirty fights, then there's no way that OP is gonna be able to successfully sight the target.
Alright, Monet leading the charge. Going behind the tower, checking out Radiant Vision. They don't really see too much of anything. They're waiting for somebody to show up to defend this tier 2. Oh, but the good scan. We'll find out this, I guess, relatively obvious move, but LFY?
Yeah.
Still waiting for it.
You get the scan, Mirana Arrow does not see anyone visually, so it's pretty obvious that they've smoked up, but that doesn't mean that they can defend it. That just means that they won't die. Monet still has a good 2.5 minutes left on this Aegis, so they're also not in any rush.
You know, earlier you were talking about the SMY on Gyro. If he feels the need to disassemble it into a Manta, I guess he can. Also could get up the Halberg, but Halberg's not very good here. I guess it's good against Mirana, but...
No, I don't think he'll go for a Halberg. And now all of his treants are getting farmed up. GG.
It's okay, he can make more.
That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. Especially because he went for the +4 treant summoned. That's just like, the talent might as well say plus 80 gold to Gyrocopter every cast.
Oh, good thing that it doesn't make 6 more treants, right?
No, that would be much worse. Or better. I don't know, I have to think about that one.
I mean, it depends your micro. I think that's really it. Oh, not microing it well.
No Battle Fury though on the Ember Spirit. What a shame.
I'm used to seeing that clump just straight up dying there.
Right?
They're really wanting this super Ember Spirit. Moonlight Shadow's used. They got the Blink Orchid. They got the Silence follow up.
It doesn't matter. He's
but
too
super,
far back.
yeah, man. It's got the Spidey senses.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And he's got Lincolns too, so like. It's gonna be
well, all the spells that kill him are ground targeted. It's just
the Orchid
that'll be blocked. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And look at the Tusk. He's like, I'm just standing behind my Ember. It's like, I gotcha.
I guess it's not that bad for IG. I mean, yes, they did just give up every single outer tower, but you were having to deal with a Gyro Aegis. And now there's only 30 seconds left on the Aegis, so you waited it out. You didn't give up anything too substantial. And again, the net worth lead isn't that big. It's only 5k right now. Even though LFY have felt in, like, massive control this entire game, it's not insurmountable for IG to recover from.
It isn't, but I don't think IG's doing anything to ratify the fact that it's still going this direction, right? LFY is aggressively farming in your jungle right now. And I don't think IG can do anything about
Prophet
it.
is aggressively pushing a lane.
Okay.
Oh god, the BOT Ember.
Trees!
He's out.
Oh, is he out? Yes, he is.
He's out.
The trees, though. Rescue the trees. Shards them!
Gyro.
Yeah!
Like, oh boy.
There you go. I remember watching this EE clip where he was like farming on Alchemist, and like a swamp full of spiders just walked up into a camp where he had Radiance Acid Spray, and it's like, okay.
Oh yeah. No,
That was
but he went for
1,000
it, and then,
gold.
like, and then an Earth Spirit was like, he tried to kick the remainder of it. Even though he would have only gotten like 80 gold out of it, and Alchemist would have gotten like 1,000 out of it. And XXS is hiding again.
ET though.
He's doing a good job.
Oh, he finds one blinking out. That's a kill, right?
Oh, yes it is.
Did he not see him?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
No, it's all
there you
good.
go.
He's dead.
Bang!
Oh no, your trees! The trees!
That feeds. Alright, 2 survives. To tail the tail. That,
This is where we need the layer added addition to find
Yeah.
out how much gold is fed.
they should just add that into the game, Dota 2. Like, I should have a drop down that could check, you know.
Well, it's okay. I'm sure if it shows up at a few more tournaments, Valve is bound to steal it.
We need more shout out threads on Reddit, so Valve feel inclined to seal it. You know what I'm saying? Look at what a difference it is for Boboka in terms of the game that he's playing. Last game, at this point, he had a Blink Dagger as his first major item.
4 staff.
Yeah. This game, looking to save people instead of, you know, aggressively winning the game. Good ward placement.
Well,
We'll see Gyro.
Monet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
But he has his whole team.
The Ninja Squad is here,
I
but
see Elder.
I don't know about this.
Oh god, Boboka shows himself.
He pops a BKB and all of a sudden it's no go for IG. But they're gonna retreat, and that is a 10-second BKB cooldown's gonna hit and absolutely nothing. Is Q gonna live through this? No, he gets punched. Now the fight comes in. Magnetize is gonna be pretty big on multiple heroes. Arrow hit on the backline. That's a Witch Doctor dead. Boboka going forward, looking for Afu. Afu has Snowball. And Afu could blink out of that, I think. No! It was a short range. And Reaper Scythe gonna get him dead. Nice kick onto 2.
Cores are still alive, but Gyrocopter's pretty low right now.
Arrow hits. And the buyback comes from the Witch Doctor. Oh, Witch Doctor buyback. Gotta respect that. Case of Death. Huge ultimate's gonna come through. It's gonna hit on 1, hit on 2. And now he's moving forward. The punch! 3 punch and he's dead. Monet somehow Silverlight right now. Dies to, I believe, the Radiance. And they're gonna just run them down. How are they winning these fights?
I mean, you said it. Extended engagements. OP was allowed to just take his stupid staff and walk around with his dress behind his tail and
Was he
deal
knee-deep?
a substantial amount of damage. Let's see this fight recap. Oh no, it's just a casual 5.5 thousand damage dealt by Necrophos. I mean, it's no big deal. Any hero can do that. And now they take high ground because
That Radiance,
no one
man.
has buyback.
Doing work. And now leaps in. Arrow, it's gonna hit. Kick's gonna be online as well. Okay, Shadow Blaze doing work. They pop the dust and Boboka's dead.
Boboka dust.
Woo! Okay, back into Fountain. But yeah, you're right. That Rax is gonna go down. Alright. That 100% win rate on Mirana is still looking good. It also
I'm not
helped.
even gonna bother sticking around.
It also
Yeah,
helped when you, oh, wow. Alright, that's a
Go
kill.
upside, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, Radiance. Chase him down.
Running.
Yo. He dead. And now they're gonna,
Going from bad.
yo, that's a dieback. The snowball saved. He's not gonna be, he blinked in for that one. Oh, nice defensive shard. And now there's a buyback coming out here from the outer Titan as well, but everybody, see ya. We outie. The trees.
I don't think he cares about the trees anymore. I'm pretty sure he can feed like a refresher orb of treants, and they'll still be massively ahead. I can't believe that spiraled so quickly out of control for LFY. Jesus Christ, this net worth graph. It was an 8k net worth shift in the span of like 90 seconds.
So what happened there was that, holy shit, this drop is... yeah, so what happened there was Monet uses 10-second BKB. Was it 10 second? Yeah, he uses 10-second BKB when they had Moonlight Shadow on him. Well, they barely even killed him. Like, I think the Tusk has to finish the job, right? They didn't have detection, or they didn't have people to get in position to pop a dust on the whole team. And then he missed his cooldown. So essentially, in that team fight, your Gyrocopter was just flacking with, like, Lincoln Sphere and SNY worth of damage. It was not that much. So, I don't know.
It was met by the fact that Necrophos also used his 10-second BKB in that engagement.
And he did a lot more.
He just... yeah, he did a hell of a lot more. And he wants to do even more as he picks up a Haste Rune, has Scythe up.
I like the more.
Bobica? Oh, it's gonna be even more if Bobica can find something.
How much more? More.
More.
Alright, here we go. There's a Blink Dagger on the Necro, so he could do some sneaky Reaper Scythe. Again, if Afu could do the save. You know, I hyped him up for the save, but ever since the Blink, we only seen 1 or 2. Oh, they walk right into a shrine. This is not the place, but nice. 2-man root. They do get the 1 quick kill. Bobica's out, though. Can they catch him up again? Okay.
Oh, what a stun.
Shaolin Soccer. Yeah, he's still alive. He's rooted, but he's out. See ya.
Oh my god. Don't ever doubt Bobica again. Don't ever give me this Afu's just as good business ever
You know,
again.
I've talked to Bobica because we like roll in the same airplane to like different lands and stuff. His personality feels like totally like the Chinese sexy bamboo, you know, where he would make that play, and then he'd be like, idiots, you know, like he won't actually say that, but I could just tell talking to him.
Mind.
Yeah, he feels himself, you know. But
he deserves to. If any player has earned it, Bobica's definitely high on that.
Oh no, he's definitely like
the right.
Like he's a styling player.
Okay, well it shows.
All right.
I'm glad to hear that it's true in real life as well.
IG goes right into the Roshan pit, but it's gonna get scouted. Okay, the chain's looking pretty good. The silence, ooh, missing just a little bit. The shard's gonna, the kick's online. Here comes the call down, but it hits nobody again. They gotta get the Aegis. Reaper Scythe comes in, no save from the Tusk. The roll a little bit off here. They're gonna go for OP, but OP getting a ton of that regen after that kill. They will get the Q kill, and now they jump in a little bit more here for OP. OP pops a BKB. They're gonna right click him down, I think. Arrow blocked by the BKB. Monet moving forward. They will get the 1 kill. Looking for a little bit more here. Buyback from the Rubik, but I'm not sure how much the Rubik's gonna do. XSS is dead, and so is the Mirana. A rampage from Monet. They could go back and claim the Aegis. The base is in a little bit of trouble, but never mind that for a second. Let's do this.
What? Did you want to see a bunch of necro damage? Because you still see as much necro damage as Gyro, but you needed a longer fight than that, and that's what LFY wanted to avoid. They saw that Roche was being taken, even though they didn't have, you know, the best idea of what was going on. They wanted to get it over with fast. Ember Spirit jumped in. Oh man, it's going
that's
to
a dieback.
Double rampage almost. Yeah.
The other big difference in that team fight was that Bobica was unable to do much. She banked all of his disables on the Ember Spirit. He wanted to silence him after the slight. And after he used this, the grip and the kick, there was really nothing that Bobica could have done. And as a result, LFY just ran at them. Alright, kick. Stunning the carry a little bit, but this tier 3 will go down.
Yeah, but they're not going to get a Rax off of it, because these heroes are respawning too quickly.
They're still staying. He's got Aegis, BKB, Lincolns. Okay.
Still, though, that is not a Magnetize.
Alright. Oh, they got the arrow. Are they gonna scythe him? No, the Lincolns block the scythe! OP, please! Alright, they lose Bobica. This might be a Rax. Okay, OP pops the BKB. We'll need to pop that shrine for himself. No, he used the scythe on the Lincolns already, so Deathward doing a lot of work here. OP being pushed back. Oh, the big... Oh my god, huge damage. He's getting a little bit of HP back, but the big rocket on top of his head. And now, Monet, animation canceling, taking that Rax. That is one melee set of Rax on the backline here. Bulboka comes back alive, but he's dead. He's dead for a full minute. XSS jumps in, ROTK style. He's also dead. And that, I think, this train is going downhill right now, super fast.
Yeah, no, the train has reached the station, and you can call your GGs in at the conductor, because this is over.
Was that a throw?
It wasn't a throw. It just, that Roche fight, it spiraled out of control. And after that, IG were not, like, they were shook, because the way that they were defending that mid-ranks was not the way that you should defend against an enemy team with so much initiation, with this Tusk and this Gyrocopter and this Ember Spirit. You can't get that close. You're not allowed to get that close.
Alright, XSS is gonna get a tier 3. No, well, not even. Backdoor protection.
Dude, I say you just go for notice.
Well, Case of Death. Activate that BKB.
Cut this guy out. Let him do damage.
Nah. Keep hanging side. Kick, gonna miss as well. Ooh, everybody jumping and jiving.
Oh.
Okay.
Super loud.
Monet's hitting her pretty hard here. Moves forward. Shard's gonna hit on XSS. Oh god, he's stuck. He's really stuck, but he's fine. Back he goes. OP's in there. Knee deep, as one would say. Alright. Did he re-precise Lincolns again?
The Lincolns again!
OP, please. Alright. He can't blink out. But alright. Well, it might not be a throw, but the goal graph really looked like it was a classic 644, you know what I'm saying? LFY was super ahead, then they weren't, and then they were ahead again.
They're like, no. Let me show you what a gold swing really looks like. You know, this 8K net worth shift, that means nothing. Let me show you a solid 10, 15K net worth shift. That's how it's really done.
Is that it's like the poker table. They raise you and then you raise them back.
Yeah, exactly. That was a re-raise for sure. Huh.
The seeds of
They are down 5
the-
Raxes. Or rather, sorry, 3
Yeah.
Raxes.
But now the way that both teams are playing, I don't even feel confident saying that it's like confidently one way or the other. Like it's LFY are they're in pretty good shape right now. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason I feel like one misstep, one team fight, and a dieback or something like that, and then all of a sudden IG may just go straight tier 4s.
Here's the thing though, do you think IG has that kind of damage output? Like we're not seeing something like a DP or a CK where if you win a fight, or a Lycan where you could just like tier 4 and end, right? I mean, like Nature's Prophet has a little bit, Mirana has some, but it's not critical mass. So
If Mirana was 25 and had that 100 attack speed, then maybe.
Okay.
But that's a while away.
or we might see some Artor go into the fountain, buy some Desos, you know, that kind of
Okay,
play.
yeah, I see that. I mean, XSS does have a Mjolnir, and that's a pretty damn good pushing item, but
Okay.
it's gonna take more than just one hero to get yourself out of this hole.
Is he gonna get caught? Here's the thing, I really wish that ET has something like a Yule's. Oh, okay. That was way off. That was...
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, but they are ready to counter a Moonlight Shadow, or they can just leave. I mean, it's fine. LFY don't need to do anything aggressive whatsoever. They just sit back, let their gold lead accumulate, get the next Roche, even if it is like 5 minutes away-ish. You just wait. Take your time.
Okay, Boboka having
Or just
vision
go in.
over all of this. Just hanging out. Jumping forward. Manta's out of the chains. We're back to reset. XSS on the push.
And Boboka wants something. Or he just wants out. Oh!
Okay, got the kill.
Oh, that is not the chains.
Okay, DDC's gonna get caught as well. Well, this game ain't over yet.
More! I demand more!
He should be fine. Oh, well, just kidding. Blink Dagger cancelled.
He has a 4-6.
It's okay. He can snowball. Snowball now. Good silence attempt. Blink out. No, he can't. The Earth's still on him. Alright.
Well,
The base is still defended. I mean, this Prophet is doing a lot of work. They let loose the range racks, I think, throughout all of that. The mid lane.
that's fine.
I mean, it's not really fine. They have one rack left.
Only one Rax, yeah. It's fine. These gyro illusions. It's fine. Oh, these Radiant wards are about to time out. Otherwise, Radiant almost had more vision of Dire's base than Dire did.
Alright, Roche, not gonna be up. I don't think this game is over just yet. Like, IG is definitely hanging on, and they're making plays.
What happens if LFY gets megas, though?
I think that should be lights out, because Mirana is really the only person that can defend. Or maybe XSS can, because he has Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
But
Ooh, double damage rune.
that's just defending. Like, you gotta push out somehow, right? And Mirana may need to go back. Yeah, he's going back for a Mjolnir as well, so I like that choice.
But OP wants nothing to do with pushes. He needs blood. He's going for a refresher orb on this Necro.
Okay. Somebody's gotta break that Lincoln's, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be him, and it's gotta be with his scythe, because no one else is gonna do it.
It's so rare to see a Necro not having something like a Force Staff or a Rod of Atos, something that could break.
Yeah.
Okay. Glimmer on himself. The kick's gonna miss. Arrow. Well, that's gonna hit on Ember, but looks like he is gonna get chain stun. Monet is not throwing at all. He's beyond godlike. And he's going into the rush.
15x kill streak. Spirit does not have buyback. And won't for another 50 seconds minimum, so this Rush and Cheese are definitely going to LFY.
Ooh, XSS cannot get caught here.
Even if he does, he has BKB. He's fine. I wonder if Ember will come back for his Cheese. Yep. I say you just throw bodies to get that last Rex. Hell, use your BKB on Gyrocopter to get it.
Yeah, I think if you have buyback and Glyph available, I think that's a very good play. The question is, can you get the creep wave pushed in?
Well, if you send your whole team, there's no way that IG are going to defend it outside of their base.
Ooh, especially
Not
if they
against
catch
knives.
Super here. They're gonna lift! And now Reaper Cypher him. Get him dead! Did it have enough damage? Oh, wow. I didn't think they had enough, but evidently they did. That's 125 seconds without Ember. I think you could... What do you do with this? Can you do something with this?
Yeah, I mean, you force buyback.
Oh.
But not if it costs you a race. You need to be able to push up the top lane.
See, I don't
Wow,
think...
Actually, I can't believe LFY are not pushing it.
I don't think they can force a buyback, because if you, you go bottom? Bottom's already taken, so they're not going to buy back for that. Mid has a tier 2.
I thought that... I was surprised that LFY were not going for that last Rex, because you're in, like, a tough situation as IG in that position, because you're like, do I go and try to force a buyback, or do I go back to defend against Megas? But they don't push, and yet LFY, and yet LFY still drive back IG.
Also, what do you think about Necro's choice to go for Refresher instead of Ags?
These fights are over so quick. At least, they're... At this point, they're over quick. Like, earlier on, I was like, well, he really likes long, drawn-out team fights. But now, when you have to deal with Gyrocopter's flat cannon, it's not great to have long fights. Also, Monet has gone for the homing missile charges talent, which I almost never see.
Nope.
Oh my god. What is he? Oh,
That's one.
that's one.
Did that missile look sick? Force him away! Force him away!
He's dead.
Oh, he wanted Blink in and save and kick him out or something, but... Ooh, that's another one on him, but bang! Oh, the Force Staff of the missiles! Oh, yo, the plays. Oh, they kicked him out of the leap as well. BKB is gonna get used. He snowballs. Looking forward, and looks like he should be able to complete that TP. He's out. Ooh, he blinks away from the Necro Scythe.
Dude, but this other charge, the homing missiles are too much.
Dude, the homing missile is actually legit. Meanwhile, it looks like XSS was cutting off the creep wave. Gets a tier 3, and gets a melee down to killable range, but looks like it's gonna regen.
Yeah, it's gonna reach up.
30 seconds, so both the supports are back, but IG's making play right now. They are not calling GG's yet.
Alright, am I missing any other talents here? So Ember, he went for cooldown reduction. That's pretty guaranteed most of the time. I can't believe he went for homing missile charge. I'm so hype, because I love homing missile charges. But, I mean, like, how is Flat Cannon not the play here? I'm glad that you went homing missile, but like, how is Flat Cannon not the play?
Maybe he feels like there's a lot of fights where it's really too spread out, where his Flat Cannon is only hitting maybe 2 heroes at most, 3.
Okay,
So.
that's fair.
Against heroes like Ember, I'm not really defending the homing missile, but I'm just kind of seeing it, what his points are. If you could drop homing missile on a lot of these supports, it would be really annoying. Alright, they're gonna try to get that Rax. BKB coming out right now. They're BKBing for the Rax, trying to take it down. OP, knee deep in there. Bubblegum dropping low, he's dead. Super zoning people forward. And I think they are gonna just get the Rax. Yes, they have gotten the Rax. OP, man, they're just stunning him through the BKB. After the BKB, no problem. Mega Creep's online. And I really don't think IG can defend now. Never mind the Mega Creep.
Exos is trying to play his heart out. He's taking this top Rax, but he's going to... Oh, he didn't even get it. It has 5 HP left. It doesn't matter. The game's over.
GG. Oh. Good attempt. But, LFY had a big enough lead. Good stuff.
Yeah. I was heavily doubting the Tusk. I will be the first person to admit that, but it did way more work than I was expecting. I think part of it is definitely due to the fact that IG threw away like the first 5 minutes in the garbage because they were like, yeah, it's a tri-lane versus a tri-lane. Obviously, we're going to come out ahead, but it's against a Tusk and it's against a Gyrocopter, and those are both exceptional tri-lane heroes. And Nature's Prophet is not a great tri-lane hero, so that was a wash. And after that, Bobuka had a struggle trying to figure out a way to become relevant in the game, while everything was going Tusk's way. So I still liked IG's draft better, and I guess the 100% Mirana win rate does not survive, but LFY played much better, and they deserve that victory.
Yeah, IG overall, I think I don't want to say sloppy, but they just didn't get the game that they wanted. The 2 support players combined for 0 and 25, or rather 1 and 25. We saw OP, Scythe, Lincoln Sphere multiple times, so there's a lot of places where I think IG could clean up their play a little bit. But on the LFY side, the Tusk dominating for the first 20 minutes, and then passing that torch onto Monet, who just kind of carried the rest of the game. So really, really good performance out of LFY, and that means we're going into Game 3. Now, we are in the upper bracket, so the loser of the series is not eliminated, but winner moves on, and I believe that is going to be putting the winner into the winner bracket final, so that should be a very, very exciting spot to be in. But for now, we'll take a break, and Game 3 is coming up next.